in the economics of education now. Professor Francisco Veloso is the Dean of the French Business School, INSEAD. Joins us now live on the line from Abu Dhabi, where INSEAD has a campus. Professor Veloso, good morning. Professor Veloso, good morning to you, sir. We're having a slight problem with the line to Abu Dhabi and Professor Veloso. But
good morning. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Thanks very much
Very
indeed
good.
for that.
Thank you.
So you join us live from Abu Dhabi, where you have one of your three campuses. Paris, obviously, your main campus, but also Abu Dhabi and Singapore. And I want to talk to you about the economics of education. $147,000 to do the Global Executive MBA, including the Abu Dhabi campus here. Who's paying that at the moment, Professor?
I think usually it's a combination of, some of the students are paying themselves. Sometimes it's paid by their companies, and sometimes it's a shared, cost on both the company and the individual. And that's because, this is, all the participants see this as an important step in the development of their leadership journey as they move into the senior roles within their companies and within their careers, and therefore, depending on where they are, they may be a combination between themselves and their companies.
And what's the return on investment? One of the great metrics in the rankings, and congratulations, by the way, topping the Financial Times European Business School rankings. One of the key metrics is salary before and salary afterwards. What can you tell us about that cold, hard financial metric?
It grows quite significantly, and that's why the students keep coming. I mean, but it's not just about that. I mean, what we definitely see is that when the students come through our MBA, they really use it to move to the next stage of their career. They take that time to bring the knowledge, to interact with their peers, to engage, and to really develop the skills that allows them to step into that senior leadership role. And so, yes, it manifests itself through an evolution of 20-30% in their salaries over a few years, and that in some ways the break even for that investment is only within 3 to 4 years you pay back the money that you invested in that MBA. But it's more than that. It's the preparation so that you can really ascend to that senior level of management. And of course, the growth in salaries comes because you are prepared and take over that senior role.
In terms of the elite level MBAs, and INSEAD is one of the world's elite. I mentioned the fees there, but there are many much cheaper MBAs, aren't there? I know you were previously at Imperial Business School in London, another elite level MBA. You did your PhD at MIT, again, elite level stuff. What do the elite schools have that justifies these very high fees versus, if I may say, a vanilla MBA at a second or third tier institution, where it can be $40,000-$50,000 rather than $150,000?
And I think they bring different things to the table. They bring intellectual leadership. With us, you have the faculty members that are at the edge of pushing our understanding of whatever the phenomena is. Is it strategy? Is it marketing? But also, is it AI? Is it sustainability? With us, you would have the faculty that are writing the books, writing the articles, writing the cases that shape the frontier of that business education. So that's certainly one aspect. The second aspect has to do with the amount of teaching innovation that we do. It's not just about being at the cutting edge of that knowledge, is that, we have as one of our fundamental values what we call rigor and relevance. So half of our activity is working with executives every day. And, and you only come to one of our executive courses if you feel it's making a difference for your business decision making right there and right then. And that's also what percolates to our degree programs. And that's the second aspect that really makes a difference. The third one is the environment. We attract people that are similarly in that trajectory of leadership, of ascension. And we attract the most diverse people from everywhere around the world. I mean, what we say about our MBA is we are the MBA where everybody is a minority. And this is an important part of the learning journey. And so it's the combination of all those elements that really make it very distinct from what you would have, in other places and in other, as you said, more vanilla MBAs.
Let's talk about AI. You touched on it there. It's both a friend and a foe for academia, isn't it? The potential for cheating is massive, but also there's huge positive potential as well. Glass half full or half empty when it comes to AI, Professor?
For me, it's definitely half empty or more than half empty. I mean, it is changing business education and education in general quite significantly. Let's not fool ourselves about that. And it's quite important for the way that we think about it. And it's changing everything because it changes what you teach. You really have to, teach the students, the future leaders, what it is to be now leading a company, working at a senior level with AI, what it does to the skill set of the people that are working with you, to your own skill set, to what's happening in industries. And so the faculty have to bring that to the classroom in terms of what they're doing across all levels. It's also changing very fundamentally, how we teach. And that's the part that really, I would say that fills it more than half full, because, you now finally have a tool that allows much more personalized learning journey, much more personalized teaching. So yes, there is the possibility of teaching, but actually if you bring that as a companion to your role as a teacher, to your role as a student, then it's actually an amazing co-tutor, an amazing teaching assistant that can be there with you through that learning journey in a very significant way. And that can be actually quite transformational for the learning experience. And that's exactly what we're doing. Then the third
Professor, we've only got 30 seconds left. If I can throw in a quick question about the importance of Abu Dhabi, your campus there, in particular Saudi Arabia, such an emerging economy. You're joining us live from Abu Dhabi. Your 30-second take on the role of the Gulf.
The Gulf is an amazing destination. In fact, the UAE is the location where we placed more students from our full-time MBA globally. It comes here. So that tells you the dynamics of the market, and we're very proud to have our presence in the Gulf, and through that to learn more about the Gulf and to contribute to the Gulf as well, through executive education and through the students that we graduate that join the ranks of many emerging companies in the region.
Professor, appreciate your time this morning. Thanks very much indeed. The thoughts of Professor Francisco Veloso there, the Dean of INSEAD Business School, based in Paris, joining us live from their Abu Dhabi campus this morning.